So I'm Katie, I live with type 1 diabetes, and I'm an artist and advocate for children and young people living with type 1.
So you're here today talking to the family groups?
I am. I'm helping out in one session and I'm leading another session all about digital art and posting all about your diabetes through art.
So you've got quite a large following on social media?
I do. I post quite a bit on Instagram and on Twitter, and I like to share my art on those platforms to really be part of the online community. Yeah.
So you were telling me you were diagnosed very young with type 1 diabetes?
I was. It was just before my second birthday, so 20 years now. So I can't really remember anything other than living with type 1.
And you're now on the closed loop system. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I am. So since January this year, I've been very fortunate to be able to have my closed loop system, which has made a huge difference to the number of decisions I have to make around diabetes, to the sleep I can have with diabetes. I'm really grateful to be able to have that tech.
So it's not a fully closed loop, is it? You still have to do a little bit of work.
Still have to do some work, so you have to tell it how many carbs you're eating. And as with everything technology, it doesn't always work. There are always things that the human still has to be doing. So it's not what some people call an artificial pancreas. There's still work to do, but it's a good step in the right direction, I think.
So when you're talking to families and young people, what are the sort of messages that you're getting across it, and what are the kind of barriers? You said yourself you didn't want to have a pump for a while.
Yeah, so I think knowing that these things are scary, they're big decisions to make, and it's expected to be nervous about these kinds of things, and it's okay to feel apprehensive about that kind of thing. I talk a lot about not striving for perfection, because perfection is really hard to reach in diabetes. And so what works for you needs to be the most important thing. So just because everyone's using a pump that you see, that doesn't mean that that's necessarily right for you, and it's all about making those decisions based on what works for you.
So something like this, where you can come and find out about the tech, this is really good, isn't it?
It's really helpful. I really enjoy speaking to other people, hearing lots of different experiences, and being able to kind of think about all of these different ideas from lots of different people, and being able to hear from the experts as well. I think it's good to have both lived experience and from the people who really know what they're talking about when they've been putting these things together and doing the research. So this is really great.
Why is peer support so good?
Diabetes can be so isolating when you don't know who else is going through it, and it's really easy to feel really very alone. And being able to share those stories, to come together and just know that you are not alone, and there are lots of people who feel the same way about so many things, and I think it's a great way to learn from each other as well. You know, I had lived with type 1 for 18 years before I really found the online community, and the amount that I was able to learn from other people was just incredible.
And it's good to have the different streams at this event, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's an incredible program to be able to pick where you're kind of going to. There's a huge range of different topics being covered, so it's a really great program.